fuck is panel reminders?
It is underneath panel hall 1.
Alright. Weird, but okay. Alright, seems like everyone's leaving panel room 1, a speaking hall.
Yep. Yep. Yahoo! Alright.
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 Okay.
I gotta mute this because I keep on hearing myself and I get really tempted to just...
You gotta mute yourself, bro. Don't listen to that.
I know. I can't listen to that. I was like, ooh, stream. It was like, I'm part of it. I can't do that. This is a very good intro to the draw pile.
I
think it's 10 out of 10.
I was like, I gotta draw something for it, and then it turned out pretty good, I think. I think that looks pretty nice.
I think it looks great.
2 dudes standing in a skyline.
And you said they have, like, mods for the thing in the thing.
Yeah. I don't know if they do, but it'll be fine.
It'll be great. No one's gonna do anything. Well, I have faith in us as a society.
Yeah, and I'll strike with my powerful and strong fists should anyone make business with us.
I would love to help, but I do not feel like making the Twitch right now.
No, it's fine.
Cannot physically do that right now.
Terror abounds.
Right. What's the terror?
Well, you know what the terror is. I don't think anybody's here yet. Thank Christ.
I don't think so either.
Well, it says we have 2 viewers, but I might be one of them, and you might be the other one.
I'm definitely one of them.
It's just us.
This is going great, guys. Hasn't even started yet.
We were just talking to yourself. It's us. We're the 2 viewers. Oh wait, no, there's someone there. Wait. Hello.
Oh God.
Hi. We are not technically live yet. We're not technically going to start the panel until 5 o'clock, our scheduled start time. But welcome to the Funny Think. Feel free to join the draw pile. It's very easy to download and join. It's a funny little thing. I am currently have my thumb posed on the drop button to post 1 million advertisements for the said panel across the internet, annoying everybody who I dearly love. And then I'm going to go and going to go down all my Discord servers and put down everything. Everyone, get the fuck in here now. I think I'll do it at 4:55. That sounds good.
That sounds like a good amount of time to expect everyone to get here. 5 minutes.
Yeah, we'll give people a little bit of time to get here and to get in. We'll start talking about stuff, but maybe we won't truly get underway until we get around 20 people. I'm hoping at least.
Yeah, definitely. If we don't get 1 million viewers, I'm quitting.
Oh, you're quitting?
I'm quitting.
Are you quitting? Hello,
I'm putting my 2 weeks.
We have not quite started early quite yet, but the draw pile is up, and we are just in prep mode right now. We are going to officially start the panel and start talking once 5 o'clock hits. But for right now, we are just in a funny little preparation mode. Nothing too much is happening right now. In fact, let me put on some music.
Sounds good.
There we go. Tell me if any sound is too loud. In fact, I need to decrease that quite a bit.
You're a real 1K tails backwards.
You are worth 999,996 viewers. So we are already at 1 million, so it's fine.
Alright.
Yeah, see, it's fine.
Alright, I'm expecting my paycheck next week, Birch. So. I am getting paid for this, right? You told me that earlier today.
I bought you dinner. And your Metro Pass.
That was already there.
What do you mean it was already there?
Who else is gonna use it?
I just bought this ramen and you just so happened to like come upon it in
Yeah.
a back alley ditch and say, well, it's perfectly good.
You accidentally got it too. I was like, who's gonna take this one? And I walk up with my very long legs and I'm like, hey, I have an idea.
Why don't I take this off your hands for a delicious treat just for me? And therefore make it so you don't have to waste any ramen. Even though I was not eating ramen, I was eating sushi.
I'd even taken the off of you.
Oh, 1 more minute and I'm gonna be posting 1 million things across the internet to make people show up. But very soon we will be starting. Alright, it's time! Time for me to go ham.
Irritate everyone now.
Time to hurt everyone.
Is this the war you were talking about?
Yes, this is the war. I'm going to hurt everyone possible.
Really good plan.
Twitter, post. All Discord's done. Tumblr, post.
Did you mention to anyone in the server that we're both in that I'm also going to be a part of it, or do they think it's just you?
I don't remember.
Surprise!
I just plumb don't know. Oh, hi, Mafa. Welcome to the funny stream.
Hello.
Welcome to our funny stream. We're gonna get started in a few minutes, about 5 minutes. We are just chilling out here and just waiting for the time to pass. We've got all of our things prepped. I've sent out 1 million annoying reminders. I think I've said that for like 3 times in the past like 10 minutes. Uh-oh, one of our mics is doubled? Okay. So this is me, this is Birchmere speaking. Killer, can you speak and see if we can see if it's your mic? Oh, over. Hello? Killer? Hello?
It's fine. How do I fix that?
Alright. This is Killer. They are my co-host. Let's see. Let me see here. Here. It's one of my input captures, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's... Okay. As long as it's not an issue on my part, I will not combust.
All
yes.
Alright. Is the voice still doubling? I'm not necessarily asking you, I'm kind of asking the Twitch chat.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Okay, it's no longer. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Okay. Really epic. Thank you.
Alright, 3 minutes. And then we are going to officially begin. Welcome, one and all. We have some funny little intermission music going on in the background. Remember, if there's any audio problems, feel free to tell me and I'll mess around with it. And also, please join the draw pile. Even if you don't think you're good at art, please join it. There's lots of fun things to play around with it. It's super easy to download and to use. I highly recommend it, even apart from this. But I am looking forward to whatever people draw. I might do a little thing during this, but I'll be kind of distracted running the panel. But we will see.
Yeah, it's not like you have to talk or anything.
No, you have to simply sense my mental images. You may not.
We all have telepathy, right?
Hear my voice. You all have telepathy, right?
I think that was part of the requirements for this panel.
In order to watch this panel, you must have telepathy in your mind. Aha!
Not in your hand.
Yeah, it cannot be in any other body part but your brain. I'm sorry to tell you. It could be, though, I guess. I guess if you have to. If you have to, you can do it.
I mean, empathy in your heart's just like empathy, right?
True. Alright. If your telepathy is in your right ear, I guess that counts. That's closer than your hand.
That's on thin ice, though, alright.
T-minus
Not any
1
further.
minute. Very exciting.
Ooh.
Very exciting for me's. Oh,
Hope nothing horrible happens within the minute.
Also, thank you so many people for following me. I do not stream very much on Twitch, but I do a little bit. Not very much at all, though. I should close out all these other programs that I don't need right now. What if I closed out Discord? No more killer voice.
Oh, no!
You don't get allowed. You're not allowed.
It was a prank. I'm not the co-host.
That's right. This is a solo panel. Fuck that.
You lied to me for all these years.
I've lied to everybody. All right.
Let me go cry at a corner now. Bye.
Oh god, please don't get me to affiliate right away. That would be so scary that I'd have to actually stream. Which actually sounds kind of fun, but I'm not a very good gamer, you will find. I'm simply an average gamer.
I think you're the best gamer.
Oh, it is 5 o'clock, and we have
shit.
at least 20 viewers, so I think we are going to get started here. So here, let's do a formal introduction. Hello everybody, and welcome to Don't Skip the Intermission, Why You Should Be a Member of the Midnight Crew here at SAHcon. We know the jokes. Hi, I am Birchmere, also known as StabbedSlick and privatemumbles. My pronouns are he, they.
Is that...
Yes, your cue.
Alright, yeah. Hi, I'm a killer. That's about it. Pronouns are anything, really. And I'm the co-host.
Yeah, and we are here, here at SAHcon. We are here to talk to you all about the funny little bugs and frogs that populate the intermission of Homestuck. We're gonna go through a few things. So, first of all, what exactly is the intermission? I have high suspicions that at least 75% of you are fans of the intermission already. But if you are not, that makes me even happier, really. I'm so glad that you are here and giving it a shot. But if you wanted exacts on what exactly the intermission is, it is exactly titled in Homestuck, Intermission, Don't Bleed on the Suits, which is a very good title. I have to say, I think it's very cool.
I enjoy it.
Its original run was pages 1154 through 1357, so only a little over 200 pages long.
Pretty good.
Yep.
That's my commentary on that one.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mysterious and noir mobster gangs, the Midnight Crew and the Felt, are in total war over the Carapacian town of Midnight City, which is in the ruined landscape of Alternia. Not that we know that at the time. However, once the Felt blow up the leader of the Midnight Crew, SpadeSlick, favorite casino, he vows revenge beyond petty street squabbles. He and his crew invade the Felt Manor, looking to plunder their secret vault and retrieve whatever mysteries inside lurk inside for themselves. I said inside twice. You probably already knew most of that intermission, and have that information about it. And that was just a silly little summary of it. But
It was a very good summary. Don't put yourself down like that.
Oh, thank you. Well, you're a silly little man.
No.
Oh, okay. But I do love the intermission, but I feel like a lot of people don't really understand why people love it. And on a certain standpoint, I understand. It's, like I said, it's literally only a little more than 200 pages long, even if the characters have spaces in other parts of the movies, the comic, it's never very long, and they are, as it is, side characters. They're not exactly, well, main players, and nor do they have much characterization. You can count the amount of intermission characters who have more than 3 traits on one hand.
Yeah. I think people are having trouble on the drop pile.
If you have any troubles on the drop pile, you can tell me. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to help you, but please feel free to tell me, and I will try my best to help you out to join.
Yeah, there's like 2 of them that have more than a personality trait, and those are Slick and Snowman, I think.
Yeah. Slick, Snowman, and Scratch have, basically, they are hogging all canon personality and traits.
And Scratch wasn't even in the original intermission.
Not that I want to talk. My favorite member of the Felt was there was a picture of his face. There was a picture of his face in the original intermission, but he was dead.
Lost out.
He didn't even get the crowbar treatment and get to come back for a little bit.
And I did not see where Quarters got joined in because I do not read Homestuck.
That's true. Fun facts about Killer: Killer has not read Homestuck very much.
I read the first 2 acts, anything with Terezi in it, and that was about it. I know more about Homestuck than the average person, but I do not want to. Yeah, I heard allegedly that Quarters showed up and got shot or stabbed by Snowman, and they kissed over his corpse. Slick and Snowman. Slick was in there, I think, right?
They had a good funny kiss. There was a good funny kiss there.
This is the room for the mobster dads.
Yes,
you came to the right place.
For funny mobsters to have funny fun.
Are you sure it's funny?
Could be.
I allegedly.
No, actually, alright, let's actually get into the meat and potatoes of
yes.
why people love the intermission, despite it
being nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I love the intermission itself on its own without, at first glance, it feels like nothing. And that is why a lot of people skip it, because it's not something they're expecting. If you've read Problem Sleuth before, you might enjoy it a lot more, but if you didn't, it just might not be something up your alley, and you might just think, oh, well, I'd rather go see something else. And I understand that, really, but at the same time, I love it so much. So, why do we love it? I have interviewed 17 people in the course of trying to figure that out. Sorry, Killer, were you trying to say something? I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I was thinking, a lot of people didn't read it because it has no substance, but a lot of people did enjoy it because of the lack of substance, right? They're all blank slate. Everything's a blank slate. No context, and it's not related to anything to the main story. Sorry.
The intermission's main strength, I feel like a lot of the time, is both that it is nothing, and then also you can do anything with it. Because they didn't ascribe much more than 1 to 2 traits to almost every character, it is this jumping playground that you can do whatever you want in. There is so much potential. Across the years, I've almost never seen one person have the same interpretation of a character as the next person. For an instance, I roleplay Quarters quite a bit, and my interpretation even in the intermission, he is a very unpopular character, just in that nobody really cares about him that much.
He doesn't show up even for intermission standards, and also, he is not easy to draw.
Oh yes, people never know how to draw my darling funny boy.
turtle quarters, bird quarters, crocodile quarters, the superior quarters,
Snake quarters.
snake quarters. I forgot about that one.
Yes.
A raptor.
Very few people ever do him when he's not a scaly.
Yeah.
That's true. I love him. His main trait in Homestuck is that he shoots a man and then Snowman plays a reverse Uno card on it and kills him, and then he dies. That's his main trait.
As coin is dead.
That's his main trait in Homestuck, being dead.
I love that one. Yeah, like, yours is a very, like, your character is very unpopular, but, like, even then, I've seen, like, 5 different interpretations of the same man.
Yeah. And if we get into the more popular intermission characters, people like Crowbar and Die, and even Slick and Droog and the Midnight Crew, it's insane. These people very pretty much never stick to just one interpretation. Sure, there's more overlap there because they are the more popular characters and thus have more personality traits. Jam 15,000. Yes, the coins thing is explicitly explained. Hussey explained it on their forum spring, which is the only way that we know how that works. Which I think it's still a pretty cool thing. It's very fun. Welcome, everybody who's coming in. We are in the midst of the panel. As a reintroduction, I am Birchmere / StabbedSlick, and my co-commentator here is Killer, just to tell you people. Alright, so what next? Looking at my
Talk about different
list.
Interpretations.
Yep, I'm looking at my funny list.
That off the checklist.
We should mention Problem Sleuth, I say, just as the Ballad of Jack Noir comes on. And you know what? Because it's his song, maybe we should talk about him. Maybe we should talk about Mr. Noir, or Mr. Slick, as he may say. He may be. Mr. Spade Slick is probably actually my favorite character in Homestuck. I don't know what else to say about him, other than I love him.
Analysis. I don't know much about him.
I could talk about his death some. Many people saw funny little Spade Slick's death and said, what the shit? I was one of them.
How many times did he die?
Let's see, Spade Slick, in canon, how many times has he died? Let's see.
I remember the final one, because that's when I joined Homestuck.
Let's see, there's the big one at the end.
Yes.
There's, I think actually only like twice, and one of them was another timeline that Snowman then said, no, we can't. She said, no, let's not.
Not even for the prank.
No, do it for the Vine.
Yeah. This is why Vine is dead.
This is why Vine is dead. Snowman shot the last servers. But
We're in Robo-Brain.
Genuinely, Jack Noir is a concept within Homestuck, and in the concept of suburb, I think is one of the most interesting things in the entire comic. This constant of a man who is always so angry that this has a power to destroy universes because of his anger and spite, even when he does have things he genuinely enjoys or loves. I think he's just a very interesting character to think and talk about.
He's a very determined little bug. From what I have seen.
Oh yes, nobody else has determination quite like Jack Noir and Spade Slick. Spade Slick more so, but
he got his entire crew killed just for revenge on some burnt property.
Snowman did kill Vine. I think she deserves to do it.
New conspiracy, baby.
New conspiracy, baby.
Yeah, Slick, I have never seen anyone so determined to murder everyone as him. That's a good way to put it. My brain worked very hard on that one. Thank you.
Let's see. what else is on my funny little list? Now that we've talked about Mr. Slick. Okay, now we can get back to what I was going to talk about, Problem Sleuth.
About him again.
Problem Sleuth, if you somehow do not know it, was Andrew Hussey's previous work before
Homestuck.
Before Homestuck. Hang on, I'm getting...
It's all good. Yeah.
Here. Quick thing, I'm going to add a little tiny thing to the draw pile rules just as a moment. Because I forgot to add something important.
I'm very terrified of what you forgot.
I just was going to say respect. Because my dear friend Spotty is modding the draw pile, just in case, just to make sure that nothing goes on. So I am recruiting her to move things around if she needs to, and like erase things if she has to, because she is our little moderator here, and I dearly love her. She is my dear friend. She is not into Homestuck, and she is doing this to me out of the kindness of her heart.
Love a Spotty. Love to frame them in Among Us.
That was true. I forgot. You do know Spotty. You have played Among Us with me and her.
You know Spotty, very
Yes, Pogs for Spotty.
Yes.
Alright, Problem Sleuth. I love Problem Sleuth. It has weird things in it too, but it is so incredibly funny. I'd say in a lot of ways even funnier than Homestuck, and Homestuck is pretty funny in a lot of ways, but yes. Problem Sleuth is more of a comedy. It's not so much of a drama-based comic like Homestuck is,
epic.
But it is a lot funnier in, I'd say, about every category. Yeah, Problem Sleuth is basically if the intermission never took itself seriously. The intermission barely takes itself seriously as is, but it also...
it's a lot darker and grittier. Yeah,
it is darker and grittier, and it's connected to a bigger overarching story that even if in itself it's ridiculous, it's just... no, I've read Homestuck. Killer hasn't. I have unfortunately read every piece of Homestuck. It's not good that
I commemorate your power.
Killer right now is siphoning energy off of me, and after this stream I will shrivel into a grape.
That was the plan the entire time, you see.
Yes.
It has to be this way. That's how the cycle continues.
It has to happen.
Can't be stopped.
It cannot stop. Just like Suburb, it is a cycle that cannot be stopped. Here.
Speaking of Suburb, now Problem Sleuth.
Yes, dearest of Sleuth. We had a very fun reread of that where we did some funny voices.
Yeah, you did some funny voices. I just sat there.
That's kind of true. I was the only one who did voices. It was you, me, and Pesky, and I was the only one who did voices.
I'm very good at doing voices. I'm doing one right now, you see.
I'm gonna hit you guys with a funny quote, just really quickly. Honestly, I should have done this at the start of the stream, but oh well, who cares? This is from the printed version of Homestuck Book 2, Act 3 and Intermission. Quote unquote, "The Midnight Crew intermission is next. If anecdotal evidence can be trusted, you will either read that section 10 times, or you will skip it altogether. Skipping it would be a huge mistake, though, trust me, almost as big a mistake as it was to get involved with Homestuck in the first place." That was from page 264. And then from page 319, "As it turns out, mobsters are all basically just petulant little boys." And now for something a little more related to our topic at hand next. This is from one of my interviewees, who will be quoted as Path. "I've always loved noir, and I think it pairs really well with my other love, Incredibly Stupid Things, played perfectly straight. Problem Sleuth's object duality is such a stupid, beautiful mechanic, and that alone would probably have sold me on it. And That's something that I love so much, that the intermission has this insane idiocy that still somehow ropes around back to looking cool and noir and mysterious because of the way, the setting that it's in, that people go, whoa, that's really fun. I like that. Yes.
I had to leave briefly for like half of that, but I think I got the gist of it.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
I do agree the sort of noir setting is a very good draw for both Problem Sleuth and Intermission. Even if it doesn't always take itself seriously, it's always a good sort of backdrop to have. Sorta. And I love the duality glitch too, because even though it makes no sense, it does have its own internal rules and regulations that they don't tell you initially, that you just have to kind of fuck around and find out with.
Oh yeah, yeah. That is one of my favorite things about the intermission, that a lot of it is you're supposed to fuck around and find out. Because at the beginning, it just dumps you in from Homestuck, which was previously, oh, okay, I kind of get it. It's this kid, and they are playing a game with their friends, and then, wait a second. Who's this guy? Who's this mobster guy? What is he doing in this greenhouse? And I think it's just such a funny thing to drop people into that if they weren't already familiar with the Midnight Crew from the Problem Sleuth bonus pages.
I was rereading it recently, and I was looking at the commands, and everyone that was doing the commands still thought it was working on Homestuck rules instead of intermission rules. So it like took them a second to be like, you're too busy being blah blah blah, but be blah 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 blah. Like they're using the CAPTCHA blog system? That's how you say it?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I'm not a Homestuck.
This was also something, that we had noted down. They're very different storytelling things. Like, obviously, it's meant to emulate Problem Sleuth with its own things inside of it. But at the same time, it's kind of more digestible. I think it is enhanced by the story around it. Oh, Sinomari, there are definitely people who have only read the intermission 100%.
Oh. It'll be said before, it'll be said again. I do not read Homestuck.
Yes, Killer has not read Homestuck.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to digest because it's throwing a lot of concepts at you, but it's not throwing like big concepts at you.
It is self-contained. I think it is enhanced by the story around it, but it is not something necessary that you have to read to really enjoy it. Even the parts later on, which are more interconnected with Homestuck, I think you could still look at the parts with just SpadeSlick and the Felt running around and say, this is really funny, and I really enjoy it.
It is. I agree. It's just, and it's very quick with what it does, while when I read Homestuck, it was very slow with everything.
Oh yeah, Homestuck does take its time quite a bit. Even in the later acts, when things ramp up quite a bit, it is a bit of a slow narrative. It would be cool if we had Midnight Crew emotes, Wheelagas. I wish I had that for you. I desperately wish I did.
Pull out your top hat. That easy.
Is there a top hat emote?
Is there?
Is there?
Is there?
Is there?
I don't...
Oh, recursive. That is very interesting. So its initial run only lasted like 3 weeks or so? I did not know that. That is very interesting.
That's...
And I have wasted years of my life on it.
That's why you're wasting away as we speak.
That's because you're sucking energy from my body.
I'm stealing your Homestuck. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's close enough, Spotty. That kind of looks like the little gnome leprechaun hats that they have.
Looks like
Clover would wear this.
Didn't the clowns have hats?
The clown? What?
From
no, the clowns
from
didn't. I don't
Problem
think,
Sleuth.
I don't think. No, I don't think so. I guess Problem Sleuth can read Bard Quest if you want. Not that there's anything much there to read.
yeah, I did not see much of Bard Quest when I looked into it.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing there.
It's if the intermission is nothing, then Bard Quest is.
Bard Quest is a spit in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of a funny spit, so it's okay. Oh yeah, were you thinking of the elves? Jokes. The elves have hats. The elves. Have
I thought the clowns had hats.
Wow, dang, yeah. January 15th, 2010 to February 9th, 2010. That's crazy.
Huh.
Oh.
One second. I need to...
Ooh. Yes, yes.
Okay, they did not have hats. Alright, I was wrong. My bad.
You've gone and... You've now.
I was telling some lies, I'm sorry.
What is this note I have here? What is this note I have? I'm really confused. It says gay bitches, question mark, crack that nut.
I think it has to do with a homosexual behavior.
But why did I say crack that nut?
Sorry. Hey, open that nut, see what's inside.
I'm scared. I don't want to anymore.
Okay, homophobe.
I don't want to open the nut. I don't like it. Anyways, oh yeah, I think it'd be interesting to talk about LGBT things and the intermission. Yes, I do kind of know about the old felt webcomic. I never was able to really read it because all the images broke, and so it was basically impossible to properly read it. I always wanted to read it, but it's kind of lost. It's like a piece of lost media that I would really love to one day read. I don't think it's that good from what I know about it, but I do know that it informed interpretations for years about how the Felt and Midnight Crew were.
What's the old Felt webcomic?
It was a webcomic who was made by the guy who originally donated for the Midnight Crew to be in the Problem Sleuth bonus pages, because they were a donated thing. Mm-hmm. No, yeah, Oh, really? Misinformation that it was canon. That's really interesting.
Really?
Man, even though I was in the Homestuck fandom, like, back in the day, maybe around, like, 2011, 2012, there's quite a lot I don't know about many things. I'm always welcome. I would love to learn more things about it. That is why I'm doing this, because I think it's so interesting for people to come together and talk about the information they know about this little thing. Now what was I saying? Gay people? Yes, gay people.
Gay people in intermission. Go.
Let me see. I have a quote for this. Where is my quote? Where is my quote? Say something funny to entertain them while I look for my quote.
So, like, sometimes in intermission, don't bleed on the suits. They bleed on the suits. And that's kind of, like, ironic, guys. I don't have anything, Bert. I don't got anything.
Thank you. Ugh. No, Radcats, you are very right. The old intermission was, like, surprisingly, like, really homophobic. Mm-hmm. If you go back in it, there's a lot of homophobia and transphobia back then. It's really bad.
It got better.
It has definitely gotten better. I think a lot of things have gotten better, but back then it was very bad. I remember a lot of old content I do have nostalgia for, but just like thinking about it, man, it is messed up that people did that and had these really homophobic fan fictions that you can still go back on fanfic.com and AO3 and find. And it's really weird. Like, this is something I want to make apparent to you. I love the intermission. It is, and I think there's a lot of good things about it. It is no better than the main Homestuck fandom. I want you to understand this. And you want to know why? It's because they are people. They are human beings with differing opinions and different thoughts. they have as much potential to do bad things and good things as any other person that you've ever met. There's no less potential to do it just because they are in a smaller fandom. But everybody is a human, and you just need to expect the same things because we are humans. We do different things sometimes. That's all I'll say on that for right now.
Yes.
Let me do something a little more positive and less very depressing. I'm sorry about that. That was a very depressing tangent.
No, that's good. I didn't know about that part of everything, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remembering it.
Man, what the fuck was with that music? What
music was it?
The music just got really weird there. I don't remember this song. What is this song called? This is Moonshine. I don't remember it being this weird. That was really weird. Oh, let's see. I still have not found my quote. Let's see. I know it's in here.
You have many quotes. Good luck.
I have many quotes. I think I just never accidentally. Somebody said something very sweet, and I wanted to quote that. Here we go. This is from Creature Habs on Twitter, also known as who. Here's a quote from them. I was 14 and coming to terms with both being a man and liking men, and well, the intermission is all about the men. It became a source of comfort, and I will not lie, my favorite color is felt lime green. End of quote. I didn't necessarily have my trans realization through the intermission fandom, but I did get it through Homestuck, regrettably, and also happily at the same time. Let's see.
There's something
my
about
train
Homestuck.
of thought has disappeared. Something
There is
about
something
Homestuck is
with
so
Homestuck
gender,
as a whole.
unfortunately. And then because it was this more mature, almost all male cast, it kind of, quite a lot of people through Slick realized they were trans. Something about him.
I don't know the correlation, but it is there.
It is truly there. This mob boss cast spell of... Bro, your mob boss is GNCA as fuck.
You're insane.
Somebody clip that for me. Intermission to transgender pipeline. Oh.
I think it's something about the frogs and the tap water, but I'm not sure.
Oh, Recursive. If you would like to quote that, I would love to hear it. Shout out to SpaceSlick for being my favorite gender. Let's see. I'm going to read this quote the Recursives has brought me from the artist who created the song Moonshine, which is that weird song we heard a bit ago. Andrew made the cover art before anything else happened, if I recall correctly. That project hung around for a while until the Midnight Crew intermission, when Andrew decided to expand the fake band idea and release our MC as a full album on Bandcamp, along with the Homestuck volumes. That's very interesting. Thank you so much. That was from Alex Rossetti.
Alex Rossetti.
Love
that guy. Decided I love that guy now.
That's that mole guy who resets the crossing games, right?
He yells at me a lot, yeah.
Yeah. I think he drives a helicopter now.
Does he? I haven't played the recent game recently.
I didn't know he got into music.
I'm pretty proud of him. Creative passions are always good.
Follow your passions. Yeah, Malik DeLovely. I don't know that tweet, but something so hetero and hypermasculine, you get something gay. That is definitely something I would describe the intermission as becoming. Later on, I will admit, it was somewhat of a joke with the leprechauns and being gay, but being gay was less of the joke, so much as it was supposed to be about
the fandom,
the romance, in my opinion, and a bit of the fandom. It was supposed to be about, like, how weird the romance was and quadrants, because it was like, because it was all a bit of ridiculous. Quadrants are ridiculous, and so they were kind of in their state where they were, like, mocking themselves with Caliborn and things. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Ignore that for now.
Very self-deprecative.
Homestuck is a weird piece of fiction, but we're not here to talk about Homestuck, except for about 200 pages of it.
A very small blip of it.
Yes, we're here to
let's get back to that.
A twinkle in the eye of the monstrosity that is overhead named Homestuck.
Hey, Birch, question.
What is your question, my dear friend?
Did we ever get to talk about Problem Sleuth?
We talked a little bit. We should probably talk more about Problem Sleuth.
Because that's really a precursor to, like, the intermission style of, like, storytelling, right?
Oh yeah, intermission. Here, let me pull out my funny book. I forgot to write this down in our planning document, but there, Andrew Hussey, they said something very directly about this. Let's see.
Love it when they say things directly.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, here we go. This is from page 267. Quote unquote. Alright, who's ready for the Midnight Crew intermission? I know I was when I made it. By this point, it was very clear to me how different it felt to make Homestuck than it did making the prior story, Problem Sleuth. Homestuck was much more labor-intensive and more maniacally constructed, true, and planned in terms of system design, world-building, and density of detail, not to mention the rapidly escalating animation demands. After finishing Act 3, I wanted to mix in some action that felt more like Problem Sleuth, lighter in animation, heavier on silly bullshit, and more driven by reader commands. The result is a thing that's indisputably super-duper good and funny. But at the time, it did read as a radical departure from Homestuck's story arc. This is misleading, though. Virtually every idea and character introduced here turns out to be important later on. That's not true. The Felt's mysterious and elusive mob boss in particular, he's not even in this. Why would you lie to me?
That was a fucking lie.
Parts of that were true. That last part was a lie. He's not even in this. He's barely mentioned.
Like, mentioned once.
Let's see. We should talk more about Problem Sleuth. Sorry, my brain is not letting me think about Problem Sleuth.
He's usually very easy to think about, though. He's just a little guy.
He's just my little guy. You see him there. Here, I'll draw some arrows pointing at him. I'll draw some arrows so you remember he's here. There he is. He's here, too. Don't forget, guys, Problem Sleuth is here to solve the case. Everybody point and laugh at him. Point and laugh.
That was really good. Let's do this next week. Aww.
Yes, yes. Hurt the little man's feelings. Yes, mock him.
Place all of his money with quarters.
My name is StabbedSlick, and I want you to laugh at Problem Sleuth and point at him.
This is a really good Problem Sleuth talk.
This is really good. Okay, we need to talk about Problem Sleuth and how how it interacts with the intermission. Okay.
We only have so much time.
Problem Sleuth, I'm going to skip over it, yeah, because we are actually only have 20 minutes left. Technically, we can have 24. A little bit of more time, but we are running a little bit out of time, and I'd like to do a tour of the draw pile of what people have drawn and a little Q&A before we end. People love putting Problem Sleuth and the Midnight Crew together in the intermission. They're basically inseparable at this point.
Definitely. Wasn't there like some jokes in Homestuck where it was like there was a carapace that kind of looked like Problem Sleuth, but it wasn't? I think I saw that.
It was in, let me try and remember. It was in Mina's Rock Around when there was, there was a tiny cameo of 3 prospicians who look like the main problems of the main members.
They're very
of
problematic.
It was just a fun little cameo.
Yeah, that's what I know about that.
Solarian system. We should talk about AUs. We will. Let's talk about Problem Sleuth first, and then we will talk about AUs because we need to talk about
2 hours.
We've been trying to talk about Problem Sleuth for 30 minutes. We have barely said anything about Problem Sleuth.
He's some idiot, and he's the hero. That's what you know about him.
Something I don't know how much.
Mean. Sorry.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, try again.
What was I saying?
God.
Oh God. Okay, I think I have it now.
Okay.
Something about Team Sleuth being the only law enforcement in the city that, at least in my favorite interpretation, is the only ones who aren't really, like, corrupt
Horrible.
and bought out by the Midnight Crew. And it's these three. Literally the most pathetic men in Midnight City. I cannot think of anyone
crying?
more pathetic than you saw. You saw how I drew tears on his face.
Was he always crying?
No, I just drew that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Sleuth. I love Problem Sleuth so much, but I love to make fun of him. This is because I am an Ace Dick fan before I am a Problem Sleuth fan. Understand this.
Ace Dick kind of sounds like a kind of stupid. I was gonna say dick, but that was too obvious.
Oh, something's happening to the drop pile.
Yeah,
what's happening?
Ace Dick didn't like that.
What has he done to us? Oh God, what was that? I'm sorry, everybody. They're all
Dick has control of the.
Paid Slick and Sleuth have wrestled control from me and are now in a fight to the death.
Oh God, Style Pirate Radio.
I can hear people sending words into the draw pile chat, but I can't look at it right now as much as I would like to. I would like to know what people are saying, but I can't. If people are talking in there and you can hear me speak, if you have things to say to me, please say it in the Twitch chat. I can't go look at the draw pile chat right now. Problem Sleuth. I need to talk about Problem Sleuth.
It's 5:40. We gotta move on. We have to leave him behind.
No, we left him behind at the gas station.
You're fine with the very expensive candy bars and Red Bulls.
Thank you, Jet Rocker 7. We left Problem Sleuth behind at the gas station.
He'll survive.
Someone has to help him.
We'll get him later.
Okay, we should talk about the film.
Thank you for that,
we have not talked very much about the main characters of the intermission.
Did we say that we wanted? We should talk about the characters first before we talk about the AU stuff.
Yes. We have
we
5 to 10
We should have planned this ahead of time. We have 20 minutes.
It's fine. Okay, the felt. Let me put on some more music.
The fucking silence.
I didn't notice the music had ended. I was so caught up in my brain.
Crowbar, how do we feel about him?
He's a triangle. He has no ass.
He does not.
He does
Agreed.
not. Rads, I know you're here. This is my message to you. He has no ass.
It's confirmed.
He is flat as a board. There's nothing back there. Crowbar, more seriously, I actually really like Crowbar. He is one of the few Felt members who
has a personality.
Kind of know things about.
I mean, there was a comic about him.
Oh yeah,
a canon one.
He has a comic written about him, The Inaugural Death of Mr. 7. I cannot believe we've come this far without mentioning that.
Like, I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah, we can save it for later, and now later has come, so...
No, later has come. I guess we're at later. Yeah. Well, Rads, I can't see him quite yet, so he doesn't exist.
We will look at him soon enough.
What are my thoughts on billiard cards and other game symbolism? We are going to have a little Q&A at the time. I will answer that then. I promise you this. Just ask me when I say it's Q&A time, and I promise I will answer you that. I need to not look at chat, because they're all talking about Aspar.
Let's talk about the comic. Inaugural Death.
We're going to talk about the inaugural death of Mr. 7. I think this was, I'd say, a glass of fresh water in the sweltering heat of the desert. It gave us, I love it. It
gave us a pretty, not in-depth characterization for the Felt, but a lot more in-depth compared to, like, the drop of water we had before.
Yes. Probably because it is when we see them as them. The intermission is almost all from the Midnight Crew's perspective. Yeah. It's all their thoughts and their feelings about the situation.
And it's Also the body language, because it's more than just like the bright
it's more than sprites in the few hero mode panels. It is Jay and Wield, I think they wrote the comic or drew it. I mean, they have a very appealing style. I quite enjoy it.
I like the colors.
Yes. My favorite image from it is the picture of a recreated classic painting of Lord English as Milo de Venus?
Birth of Venus.
Birth of Venus, yes.
Yes. And all the little guys are looking at him.
Oh yes, it's one of my favorites. It is such an interesting glimpse into what these characters are like. And like a lot of things there are kind of, I'm not going to say tainted. What's the right word? Influenced by popular
interpretations. The right word.
Influenced by popular interpretations of what the intermission characters were by the fandom, because nobody else was thinking about them but us. No, I'm not going to say us. I was kind of in the intermission fandom back then. By them. I'll just say by them.
Yeah. By those weirdos that like the intermission.
Like Dai's Chickens. That is a purely fandom thing. I don't really know where it got its start. If anybody knows where it got its start, I would love to know. But, like, there's so much... And, like, in the Fell album, which we are listening to right now... What song are we on, actually? Okay, we are not on Humphrey's Lullaby, but Humphrey's Lullaby. Humphrey was a blue teddy bear owned by Doze, created by the fandom, but there is a song named after him in the album. Oh yeah, no, Jam. Dai's Chickens is a fandom thing that has no precedence anywhere in canon. It is just purely them, us. Mm-hmm. It's some human being.
Them.
A human being came up with this, surely.
At least one.
At least one.
I hope.
Maybe two.
Maybe.
But yeah, I love the inaugural death of Mr. 7. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Somehow we have kind of gone down this list of our topics.
We are barreling down and we're slowly getting through everything. We have 15 minutes left. We're doing great.
We have a little bit more time, technically. Let's see. What should we talk about next? Here, why don't we talk about some of our personal experiences next? I have that written down here.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good to go through, because... Why the hell are we here?
Yeah, why the hell are we here? In fact, let me start us off with a quote before we go about our own experiences.
Oh, shit.
This is from Glasses Blue, quote unquote. I found the resurgence of new and younger fans interesting, and it's nice to know that my faves are still thought about by someone else, even though the loose nature of the information leads to these really personal interpretations of the characters, end quote. Which is why we are here. Oh yeah, save it's Dai's Chicken thing was before the inaugural death of Mr. 7. So why are you here, Killer? Why are you here on this planet?
Well, you see, everything happened. So you know the butterfly effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. I like the intermission because I didn't feel stupid reading it. Because we talked about it before, Homestuck is it's very dense in all the writing and stuff, and I don't always like reading large things of sentences. Happens when you have a evil, fucked up brain like mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I just found it very funny and interesting, and it really appeased to 12-year-old me and my interests as someone that liked noir things and was a little bit edgier as a kid. How did you get into it?
Before I say that, you saying when you read it when you were 12 reminded me of something I completely forgot to mention. This is a little thing so I took 17 interviews, as I said earlier. Across all of them, it was so interesting learning about how long people have been sticking with the intermission, despite it being such a tiny thing. I have interviews from people who have been in it for like 10 or 11 years, all the way back from 2011 to 2012, and they have stuck with it. Obviously, tons and tons of people have dropped off of it for various reasons, but it amazes me that people have stuck with it. And not just that, people have continued to come onto that boat and join.
Yeah, I've seen, like, 13-year-olds join in
yeah,
here.
it's
Like,
insane
what
to
the
me.
hell are you
Like,
doing
fairly
here?
young teenagers. It's like, obviously, people are still getting into, like, Homestuck and stuff. Oh, hi, Austin! My funny friend Austin! Sorry, I had to say hi to my funny friend Austin in chat.
You're a very funny friend.
It amazes me that new people still come in and they still love it. Because it is Homestuck has always been something propelled by the fandom, but at the same time, very few things are quite so fueled by the fandom as the intermission is. Because
The fandom's all we have to go off of.
People have mostly accepted that there is never going to be anything else. And for some people that is a saving thing. Some people would prefer it like that. But I think it's very interesting that in this, when you're never gonna get anything else, people will still come in and say, I love this. I enjoy this. And I think that's really special and, like, dear to my heart that people still love this thing after all these years. Speaking of, I guess now I'll talk about my personal things with the intermission. I've been in the Homestuck fandom for quite a few years. I couldn't tell you how many. Probably because dates are a bit blurry. I know when I started reading Homestuck, but I could not tell you when I started being in the intermission fandom. I was in it for like maybe a tiny bit, maybe in around 2012, 2014. I drew a few things of it. I could find you some terrifying old Birchmere art of Trickster SpadeSlick. That was really bad, but I'm not going to.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Because that would hurt me. That would hurt me to show you. I would need to go to the hospital.
I still need your energy.
Yeah, I can't go yet until you're done. But until maybe around 2016 when I joined a Homestuck RP website. What am I saying? When I joined a Homestuck RP website and I met some very dear friends where I met Funny Dear Killer, my funny little friend.
I met you through Daily Intermission.
No, wait, you're right. Dearly Felt. That's how we met.
Yeah.
Okay, so first I joined the RP group, and then I met you through Daily Felt. Or was it the other way around? It was some combination of that. It was the other way around, I think. And I met you, and we met our group of friends. Yeah, and that Pix was there. My dear friend Pix, who is, I don't know if they are here right now, sadly, but I hope they are. If they are, hi. They are my dear friend. They are Clover enthusiasts, and they are one of the reasons I still love the intermission so much. And it's something very dear to my heart that these characters are something I've put a lot of thought and feeling into because they are so personal to me. The way that I've created them, there is an attachment there that's not easy to get rid of. It's just something I love, and something that I think I'll be in for quite a long time, no matter what. It's hard for me to say exactly why I first began getting interested in it. I'm not really that much into noir scenarios. I'm really not. But the intermission makes me into it. I don't know how else to, like, summarize it, but it's something that I think is very easy to find good love and good friends in. Like, any place you can find good love and good friends, but here I think it's somehow easier. Thank you, Duke. I guess you could say I caught the bug.
You're contagious. Don't be near me anymore, please.
Well, it's too late. We were sitting next to each other and eating dinner. It's too late now. But
that old Butterfinger that you gave me.
I'd say that I'd say that's about it, maybe. And I think we're going to move on to the Q&A, and I'm going to look around the draw pile. So Right now, if you want to ask any questions, you can enter them in chat, and I'll come back in a bit after I look around the draw pile. Alright, so people on the draw pile, get ready. It's time to look at art. Time to look at art. First we have this funny pile of a funny
shit!
hats. Look at these funny hats.
Clover's there. I didn't see that.
Look at these funny hats here.
They're very good hats.
Pointing at them. Who is this poor fellow?
No!
He's not well. I love him, but he's not well. I
He's
love
diseased.
this clover and this crowbar, and I like this, whoever this is going to be. Oh, this is a very good clover. Look at this. He's a very jovial one, giving a little dance.
Oh, I love that die right there with the stupid ugly hands. Ugly's a compliment, sorry.
Here's our favorite little boys here in their little suits and with their little keys. There's my funny little crocodile man.
Men that we cannot talk about.
Wait, why can't we talk about him?
No, I was talking about Team Sleuth.
We got some other fun art around here. We got some Itchy and some Clover. Very cute.
We got a wolf.
They are a classic of love. These two are classics of character. Bitches be dancing.
Definitely.
Oh god, what is this? I'm very scared. We've got a lovely snowman right here. She is gorgeous.
I want to see what's below that.
I'm scared. I'm not gonna go there yet. I'm scared.
Face your fears.
Here is WV. I love WV. If I could have, honestly, this year I was trying to decide between doing something about the Exiles and something about the Intermission, and I went with the Intermission ultimately this year. But next year maybe I'll do something about the Exiles. We will see.
I do love the Exiles a lot.
We have some great Team Sleuth here. They're very good. They are trans. You are correct.
Yes.
Collection. We have a smattering of pickle inspectors, and this one's eyes.
He's seen a lot.
He sees
whatever's on the right side of this page.
Also, thank you everybody for laughing at him as you were supposed to.
Yes.
We have an excellent
Bec
Noir here in his shades. We have the birthday boy. It's a funny little birthday boy. Everybody, I'll draw him a hat for birthday boy moments. Happy birthday boy. Ooh! Look at this. Oh my god. Oh! Look at these. Look
that's
at these
beautiful.
Delicious little treats.
Holy shit.
I think it's Indigo Night drawing these. These are lovely. Oh, that one, the snowman is from my good friend Duke, and I think the Slick and the Droog are from Indigo Night. I think that's their style I am recognizing. Actually, if you want to write your ats next to your art, that would be great. My mod just suggested that to me. I think that is a great idea. We have a little June here.
Yes.
Excellent moments of Slick holding a good flag. A little
That's
ball.
Only flag I respect.
Love is stored in the boxcars. You are correct.
Yeah.
Mr. Slick. I forget, I should have done the stuff around the screen where we started from. Here is... Does that say Doog?
Is that Doog?
That might say Doog.
That is Doog.
Oh, it's Doog.
My favorite Homestuck character.
Here is a wonderful, prideful Slick from, I think that says Astrum Reverie. That's very good. Oh, yes. This is the scariest thing I've seen in my life.
Oh.
Moving on.
That's really good.
Here is a great cans. This is great. I love the lighting on him. Here's a little Droog. Here's the birthday boy and his pop. Oh, we forgot about AUs. Oh, well.
We did forget about AUs. I was going to bring it up. They brought in the questions thing.
I'm trying to go fast. Here is a great trace by Aloefish. Alone on a Friday Night. God, you're pathetic. Stabbed ads in 2021. Here is some of the crew. There's some little That's a
really good boxcars right there.
Yes, I love this boxcars. We got some very unique Droogs. I'm not sure exactly who this is, but I'm pretty sure this is Droog. He's very unique. I like him a lot.
Yes.
We have Stinky Little Man. Oh no. Stinky Little Man.
That's my favorite man.
We've got some progress on this Slick, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to go look at whatever's down here.
I need to look at it.
I'm scared.
Or else I will leave.
Oh,
Pull
God.
like a band-aid.
I hate you, Rads. This is by Rad Cats. God damn it.
Oh my God.
I hate you. This is fake news.
This is bordering on
this is fake
reprehensible.
News. This is fake news. Here is an excellent Clover sitting on a little crowbar. I love that.
And there's some cat boys.
Here's a cat boy. Yeah, here's some cat boys. I enjoy these cat boys.
Yes.
Love wins.
We have 2 minutes left. Should we do questions?
Yes. Here, if you want to start reading out some questions to me, if you were looking at the Twitch chat, I have to speed up. Okay, here's last things. Okay, I'm going to scroll out and just leave the whole thing on there. Here, I'm going to.
Do you have any favorite personal unpopular headcanon? Says Lollipops Rocks.
Okay. Can you say that again?
Do you have any personal unpopular headcanons?
Any personal unpopular headcanons?
That you like?
Everything about quarters.
Yeah.
Here's one. Here's me and Killers. Maybe one of our favorite headcanons. We like to pretend that A-Stick doesn't think ghosts are real, and that Problem Sleuth is terrified of ghosts, leading to a kind of BuzzFeed Unsolved dynamic between them, because they are both idiots. Also, I'm so sorry, I didn't comment on it. There's a very cute Sawbuck in there. Let's see.
Where is he?
Oh, Rev Scarecrow was in the chat for a moment, going...
Yo!
Whoa! Rev Scarecrow, fuck it! Yo! Yeah. We are going to maybe go a little bit over so I can do a little more questions. Let's see.
I'm trying to find questions.
People have said. Yes, I'm trying to look at what people have said.
Very hard to find questions sometimes.
Okay, yeah. Thoughts on billiards, playing cards, and other game symbolism throughout the intermission. Right, I promised I would answer that. I think it's very interesting. Homestuck is all about weird symbolism as a whole, but the intermission definitely takes it to maybe a more literal approach. I don't know how many thoughts I have on it, other than I think it's very interesting, and I think it's a very fun thing to play with. And like how card dynamics might lead to how these characters interact as like ideas. Do you have anything?
I like symbolism. I have not thought about symbolism in Homestuck recently, but I do enjoy the sort of like billiards thing and how everyone has to die before Snowman dies. I think that's just fun. A fun little dynamic. I don't really have many thoughts. Sorry.
Nuts. Save it. Is the draw pile going to be saved and sent somewhere? Yes, I am going to save the draw pile. It's still probably going to be open for a good bit after this. I'll probably just close it whenever people are done with it. But once I do close it out, I will post the full image online for people to look at. I recommend if you are on there, writing your @ next to your art so people will be able to find you. Even you, Rads. Yes. Even you.
Yeah. Speaking of Rads, they say talk about your favorite ship. I like Problem Sleuth and A-Stick. I like it when people that are in love are mean to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are in love and they hate each other's.
Yeah, that's my favorite type of ship, where they're just like sort of like old and married, and maybe divorced.
Let's see. One of my favorite ships. I would be remiss to not mention Quarters and Clover, who have the bare implications, but it's there, and that's enough for me. Let's see.
Naturally Dark says, I think you read this. Naturally Dark says, what are your thoughts on Diamonds, Dames, and Dads?
I did read that. It's complicated what my thoughts on that are. I don't necessarily hate what was done with it at the end. I don't necessarily like it either, but I don't necessarily hate it. And that's probably, like, the unpopular opinion for that, but for a lot of things in Homestuck, you just kind of have to go with the flow, as much as I may dislike that. But, I do enjoy The art in the first couple of updates is gorgeous. I could never talk about it without having to mention to you how much Haven's art is a gift to Homestuck. I would not love Homestuck as much as it is right now without Haven's beautiful artwork in both Pester Quest and Diamonds, Dames, and Dads. Let's see, what are some other questions here? Let's see.
Favorite AU says Rubs Juice.
Favorite
I
AU.
like the ghost one.
Yeah,
I like the ghost hunting one.
Yes, I do love our BuzzFeed Unsolved AU.
Don't do
Everybody
much with
loves
it, but I like
Stab
thinking
Dads.
about
I'm
it.
not actually a huge fan of Stab Dads, but that's for kind of personal reasons and not because like there's anything I inherently dislike with it. I think it's a very fun concept and it's very good. It's a good way to get people who are into mainstream Homestuck into the intermission. It's a gateway drug.
I saw a AU a while back where all the trolls were humans, right? And the intermission people were aliens, and something went wrong on their home planet, so now they are on Earth, and they are now dealing with these small children that are helping them. Sort of like a Lilo and Stitch situation. I found it pretty interesting when I looked at it, but it's been a while.
I have not read Vast Error, but I'll tell you what I did.
HSETAU, that's what it is.
I have read the Vast Error intermission. I drew some fan art for it.
Sorry.
Yes, I will. I know these things people are talking about. I will link it to you later. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with the questions. I'm like.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm trying to. Let's see. Let's see. What are some other? Have I missed any questions? Let's see. We did AU, Diamonds, Dames, Dads. I do not know. Be cursive. I do not know what the intermission is. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. I have not kept up with many MSPFA AUs quite yet. Lately. It's been a while. I drew, if you know me, I have written quite a few.
They're all lovely, even if they aren't all finished.
Yes. Thank you.
Full new webcomics intermission.
Sorry, I am doing something on the side very quickly.
Oh, we should plug our socials.
Yes. My socials. For Homestuck things, you can find me at StabbedSlick on both Twitter and Tumblr. If you don't want that, you can find me at privatemumbles, pretty much almost anywhere.
For me, my Twitter and some other socials are Killjoyparasite, one word, and that's about it. I don't really post on intermission too much nowadays. So
that's what the cool and new webcomic version of the intermission is called. Yes, I have read that part of cool and new webcomic.
What's cool new webcomic?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay.
Okay, I think we are kind of... Okay, I'm going to answer maybe like one or two more questions, and then we're going to look maybe a little bit more at the draw pile. But let's see. What do I think should have happened in the part 2 of the inaugural death of Mr. 7 that never happened? I want to see his inaugural death.
Yeah, I want to see him die.
At the end, I want to see... he mentioned SpadeSlick. I want to see some homosexual interactions with him and SpadeSlick.
Honestly, the second part of it could have just been one panel and Crowbar dying, and I would have been satisfied.
That's it.
I mean, it has to happen.
Let's see. Do I know that there is a Homestuck RPG fan game, Felt Main Sun, that takes great inspiration from the intermission? No, I did not. I did not know there is any such thing.
I was not aware of that one.
Speaking of fan games about the intermission, check out Midnight City on Twitter. They are making a fun Hive Swap-esque game about Midnight City. I don't know very much about it, to be honest, but it looks very cute and fun. They released a trailer yesterday for SAHcon's Expo. Before we go, let's see. Do we have any closing words for them? Here. Do you have anything to say before I give my the closing statement?
Intermission, pretty fun. Homestuck, that's it.
Alright, I do agree with that statement. Last thing before we go, if you want to learn more about the intermission, there are a lot of communities out there still somehow. Like, they're pretty tight-knit, but I think almost everyone out there is only interested in, like, people wanting to join them, and, like, who doesn't want some good fun with others? If you want to learn more about these mobsters, or if anything here has piqued your interest, I definitely recommend to you searching out these projects like MS Paint fan adventures, or Discord servers, or Twitter circles. Mm-hmm. You will find people there, as small as you think it is. There are people who like the things you like and want to talk about the things you like, and you will have a good time. I promise you this. And I think that is it for the stream. Thank you everyone so much for attending. It means so much to me that people have come here to attend. We are going to close out. I am going to keep the draw pile up for a while more until people are done drawing. I am going to save the VOD here. It is going to be hosted by the SAHcon YouTube later if people want to watch, I think. I don't know. I'll post about it on my Twitter. But thank you so much, everybody, and have a very good SAHcon.